Bags. Show is started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Inside the Big Dynasty League. With me, as always, is the Statman Petey Cunningham and the Commish, Clyde Randall Waters. Let's go ahead and get this week started by taking a look at last week's matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
All right, last week's matchup of the week was between Get Off Me and the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons. Statman, why don't you break this one down for us?
We'll be happy to. Why don't we throw up our graphic with the score and some stats on it. Get Off Me. They kind of a beatdown, the Bourbon Barons. 133 to 100. Bourbon Barons, the problem here was...
My team's not good.
The team was a little rough. The efficiency rating was only 77%. You went with the zero-player strategy, but it did not work for you this time.
It was very, very bad week.
It was. It took your losing streak to 5 games.
Ouch.
5 games
That hurts.
streak. What's the league record for losing streak, I wonder?
Oh. We might need to look that up.
We might need to.
I think you're still a few games off, probably.
I hope so.
But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I guess my guys just aren't good, is essentially all there is to it.
But Mike, I have a quote here that says, from the paper, it says, Coach Mike Berry said, "I'm really proud of our guys."
I'm not at all. That's a misquote. That is fake news.
But Get Off Me said, "It feels great to be world champions." Oh, man.
I don't know. They were really into this matchup, which is, I think, what led to the beatdown.
Yeah.
Treat every game like the Super Bowl is what they say. And it sounds like Get Off Me actually did in this one. Yeah. I thought Get Off Me was trying to tank. They had the big fire sale.
Yeah.
Which, I think I saw something today about the fire sale.
I think so. Ooh.
Might be going through.
But, Russell Wilson showed up for Get Off Me. That was kind of unexpected. Russell Wilson going a little bit above and beyond. And then on the Bourbon Barons side, Sterling Shepard, nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. Had Carson Wentz on the bench, who scored 36 points. Carson Wentz, I really think you might have the top 2 MVP candidates on your team between Brady and Wentz. But Wentz has been the fantasy performer.
Yeah, I've been playing Wentz on and off, but this week Brady was projected like 15 or 20 points more. And what he did to Atlanta last at the Super Bowl, I thought, okay, let's do it. Let's start Brady. And I shouldn't have. I should have gone with my gut and done Wentz. Sterling Shepard was supposed to play. I don't know. I don't even know if he hit the field.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Rough week.
My team's garbage. It's hot garbage, as a matter of fact, which is a thing I hear more and more people say lately.
Hot garbage?
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage. It's not the same as hot yoga.
Not the same as hot yoga.
Okay.
Hot yoga I'd watch.
Well,
I wouldn't participate, but I'd watch it.
Why are we spending so much time talking about hot garbage? Let's move on to something bigger, better, more tasty.
Let's take a look at some other matchups then. What do you want to take a look at, Commish?
Let's see here. We had a hot matchup this week. Not hot garbage, but a hot matchup where Convicted Llamas took on the Unseen Academicals. This was almost a full close shave. Almost. But Convicted Llamas pulled ahead at the end there to bring home a victory, 118.98 to 116.02. Woo! Unseen Academicals, this might be one of their top scoring games so far this season.
It is. I believe this is their second highest score for the year.
Woo!
Still not good enough for a win this week.
Still not good enough for a win, though.
But man, I'm sure Convicted Llamas was puckering a little bit when Washington got the ball at the end of Monday night. All Jordan Reed needed to do was get 3 points, and they would have won. And then I can't remember what happened. All I know is Kirk Cousins ended up throwing the ball away on 4th down, which I don't know.
Anyways, Alex Smith, still a stud for the Convicted Llamas.
Looking good.
Cardinals defense putting up -2 points. That kind of hurt. How much would it have sucked if lost this game by a point or two and had a defense scoring -2?
It would have been bad.
But alas, it didn't matter. Convicted Llamas got the win. Puts them on a 3-game win streak right now.
Do you think the Convicted Llamas need to be concerned the fact that they had 98.9% efficiency and only put up 118 points?
You know, I don't know.
I mean, Diggs is out. He's hurt. Kareem Hunt had just an average game. He only scored 15. I think it's just a down week for the Llamas. I think they'll be back.
Okay.
A couple other quick tidbits. Los Pandas Desnudos took down the Scarlet Pimps. Got that first career win against the Pimps.
That's right. All these seasons.
Big time win there.
The Pimps got pimp slapped.
Wet Stuff on your Red Stuff beat the Chili Slingers, which I don't think anybody saw coming, except for maybe Wet Stuff. Got a big win there, and then Mr. Clutch and 69ers had a big time matchup, and both of them really just did not have very good games. Just 118 to 107. You expected that one to be more of a higher scoring matchup.
Yep.
All right, well, let's take a look at our awards of the week. Let's start off every week like we do every week with the Hershey Milk Dud Player of the Week. And this is the player that just has a dud performance and really stinks. And that one is going out to who this week, Commish?
Ooh, this one goes out to Cam. I'm going to walk out of this press conference because I don't like the question. Newton.
Oh, man.
He only put up .84 points. Had 2 interceptions. One was a pick 6 and a fumble against the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Do we know what the question was that he walked out on?
No, I just saw an ESPN headline that said Cam Newton walks out of whatever.
Probably some woman asking him a question. We know how he feels about that. Next, let's take a look at this week's Ram Pickup of the Week, brought to you by Ram Statman. Who is getting this one? What do the numbers say?
This one is, and we got no extra money to make this the Ram pickup, but it is the Rams defense this week. 27 points picked up by Wet Stuff. This is, I believe, the 3rd time this year where no position players picked up actually started.
Man, I don't know. It's a crazy year. Next up, let's take a look at the Whoopin' of the Week, brought to you by Mike's Bodega. This one is going out to who, Commish?
Well, the whoppin', Mike's Bodega beating of the week goes out to Wayne Enterprises with the big win over the EBDB. It's a 77-point win.
How'd that feel, Statman?
That felt good. Weeks 5 and 6, my team had a lot of players on bye. Almost full. Well, I think I was full strength this week, and it showed. Felt really good. I was number 2 in Ben's power rankings last week, so it felt good to kind of flex a little bit and just kind of show everybody, hey, reigning champ ain't going anywhere.
Hey, we'll see what happens. Next up, we got the Resurrected Team of the Week, brought to you by Lazarus Department Stores. And this one is going out to Get Hoffme with his 21-point increase and a win over the Cincinnati Bourbon Bears. Congratulations, Hoff. You beat a garbage team.
Correction, 26-point increase.
What did I say?
21.
I meant 26.
Way to go. Get off me!
Hoffme! Next up, we got the Poopery Poo Poo Team of the Week, Kamish. Since you helped cause it, who's this going to?
This goes out to the Scarlet Pimps. Only put up 89 points this week. Is this the first time the Pimps have gotten the Poopery Team of the Week?
This can't be more than the second or third. I feel like we almost never say this team's name.
I know.
Really? I feel like we never say this team's name during any awards.
I know. They're just
there. Coast along, winning
just
most
solid,
of the time.
Getting wins. Except for this week.
All right. Last award this week is the Surprise Player of the Week, the Breakout Player of the Week, brought to you by Proactive. And this one is going out to who, Statman?
This one is going out to Ted Ginn Jr. For the New Orleans Saints. They picked him up, kind of take that Brandon Cooks role, the deep threat. And he's had some solid games this year, but this week, 7 catches, 141 yards, 21.1 points for Unseen Academicals to help them break the 100-point barrier.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get ready to go live to Ben for his power rankings.
Hello to all you kids out there in TV land. Here are your power rankings for the week. At number 12, this was a late add to number 12. Get Hoffme selling off half of his team and no longer in contention for anything other than how many first-round picks can he get next year. Number 11, we got the Bourbon Barons. At number 10, we have the Unseen Academicals. They're dropping again. Chili Singers at 9. At number 8, we got Wet Stuff taken on top of his brother. Number 7, we got the EBDBDBDB. That's pretty good, Brian. Keep up the good work. Number 6, we got the Scarlet Pimps. Terrell Pryor is not who we thought he was. And this team might not have it this year. Number 5, we got Los Pandas Desnudos, which is a surprise, but he's starting to climb.
Out. All right. And we're back. For some reason, we can't hear Ben's audio. Yeah. And now I can't hear our audio. I'm not sure any of the audio is getting recorded right now. Let's try going back to Ben for more power rankings.
Do you know there's an Oscar for doing power rankings? And that was my best performance I've put up. It was Oscar worthy. Let's go down it. Get Hoffme, Bourbon Barons, Unseen Academicals, Chili Slingers, Wet Stuff, EBDBBB, Scarlet Pimps, Los Pandas Desnudos, Mr. Clutch's fake football team, the Convicted Yamas, San Francisco 69ers, and at number 1, we're going to throw Wayne Enterprises back up there because he deserves it with that big win. Let's see if he has what it takes to continue on. Now, I've been asked this week to educate the league. So let's start off and say, Alan, give me a break, all right? Just give me a break. Seriously, Alan, give me a break. When you do something, do it to win it. That's why I have over 100 candy bars, full size, to hand out to all the little children whom I don't like every other day of the year because I want to win. I want to be that guy on this street that never gets TP'd because I'm offering the best. I'm the champion of candy, and I'm going to be the champion of this league again. And you will never be the champion with the kind of attitude you have going. I don't know if it's the age difference that Alan has with us, but it seems like he grew up in that participation trophy kind of era where they just give everyone a trophy for showing up. Well, guess what? This is the BDL. We got one trophy, and the only way you're going to win it is if you're willing to take whatever it takes to get to the championship and win it. The trade offer that Joel gave you, same with Petey. What's going on, Petey? You just become an old, soft man on us, too? Those are good trades. I got to give a compliment to Bryce. He traded some serious picks to take that opportunity to do the same thing he did last year with Antonio Brown and Des Bryant, which was nothing in the playoffs. Seriously, guys. Sad.
I had the whooping of the week.
All right, we're back. Turns out there was no audio issue. It was just the monitoring that was broken. My apologies. I'm not good at things. Fantasy football or fantasy football shows. All right.
Thank you, Ben.
Let's take a look at this week's matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
All right. This week's matchup of the week is between Los Pandas Desnudo and Mr. Clutch's fake football team.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Look at those photos. All right. Statman, break it down for me.
You know, I have old data to break down this matchup after that trade that Mr. Clutch just pulled off. Believe he's going to have a new quarterback, wide receiver.
I mean, someone's got to approve that trade.
That's true.
Nah,
he is going to have to clear some salary to make this work.
I have integrity. We'll see what happens.
It happens, though. But Los Pandas Desnudo has been on fire lately. This was a team that was looking a little shaky there, weeks 2 and 3. Coming on strong, though. Mr. Clutch felt like he needed a little boost to his team, sacrificing the future to go get that trophy this year, just like Ben just talked about. Kamish, what are your thoughts on this match?
Well, I will say this. My team all time against Mr. Clutch's fake football team, well, I should say against this franchise, not necessarily under the ownership of Bryce, but 2-7 all time, which is horrible. My team's got turning around. I never beat the Pimps. I beat them last week. I think I can come around here and pull this off. But, I don't know. I feel good about this matchup. I feel like running back for Mr. Clutch's fake football team is still a little shaky. So hopefully they'll kind of fall off there and I can pick up some space, some extra points in that space there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
I like it.
So the owner of Mr. Clutch's fake football team said this. When these two teams get together, you can throw out their records.
Right out the door.
Throw them out. I also got an interview with the owner of Los Pandas Desnudo, the commish, Clyde Randall Waters. And he stated, we must control the tempo of the game.
Factually correct.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Statman, who you taking?
I'm going with the newly revamped Mr. Clutch.
Oh, boy. Commish.
I am taking myself. Los Pandas Desnudos.
I'm taking Mr. Clutch's fake football team because I wanted to be different. There you go. All right. Next up, let's go into our 2-minute drill. All right. 2-minute drill. We got Wayne Enterprises versus the Bourbon Barons. Commish.
Wayne Enterprises.
Statman.
Wayne Enterprises.
I'm taking myself to cost myself $50. Next up, we got the Unseen Academicals versus Get Off Me! And you guys didn't do it. I know I go, Get Off Me! And then you guys say, Get Off Me!
Get off me!
Commish, who you taking?
I'm taking.
Get off me!
Get Off Me! Statman!
You know what? I was going to go with Get Off Me, but after that trade, Unseen Academicals.
What?
Oh.
Oh, man.
So, interesting here. These two teams, the record all time, Unseen Academicals is 3-5-1 against Get Off Me.
Whoa, that's a tie.
There's a tie in the history.
There was a tie there.
Oh, man, what is this, soccer? What a lame sport that is. All right, next up, we got the Convicted Llamas versus the EBDB a little brother-on-brother action. Commish, who you taking?
The Llamas.
Statman.
Convicted Llamas.
I'm taking the Llamas, too, and that makes this a sweep. Next up, we got the San Francisco 69ers, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a sex joke, versus Wet Stuff on Your Red Stuff, which I believe is also a sex joke. Sex joke versus sex joke action. Commish, who are you taking?
It's a triple X matchup. I'm taking the Niners.
Statman.
Niners.
I'm taking the Niners too, and that makes this a sweep. Last matchup we got here is the Scarlet Pimps versus the Skyline Chili Slingers. Statman, who are you taking?
Going with the Pimps.
Commish.
Whew, I believe if you break this down here, the Slingers are 5-2 all time against the Pimps. I can't go against those odds. I'm taking the Chili Slingers.
I'm going with the Slingers as well. I think the Pimps are in for another rough week. And that is our 2-minute drill, which, according to our timer, lasted a little over 2 minutes. Next, let's go to our question of the week, brought to you by the Commish, Clyde, Randall, Waters.
All right, so last week we asked you if the Unseen Academicals were going to score over 100 points in their Week 7 matchup. 4 of you said yes, 8 of you said no, and the verdict was they did. They got over 100 points this week.
Good week for them.
So here's my question for you this week. The trade between Get Off Me and Mr. Clutch's fake football team is about to be released to the team, or to the league. I want your thoughts. Will this trade allow Mr. Clutch's fake football team to make it to the championship game this year?
Oh, man. Ooh. Man, a little speculation action.
I like it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us this week. Please get your picks in. Please set your lineups. And remember to have fun. Stay safe out there. And remember, as always, if you get hungry, eat something. Good night.
And good luck.